Somewhere in the boreal forests of northern Canada, a wolverine is being born into what might be the worst set of starting conditions in the mammal kingdom. The den is a tunnel dug into deep snow. The mother is alone. Wolverine fathers leave before the birth and never return. The cubs weigh about 100 grams each, roughly the size of a lemon, and the environment outside is trying to kill everything in it. Which raises an obvious question. How does an animal this small, born this vulnerable, in conditions this extreme, grow up to be one of the most feared predators in the northern wilderness? Hi, I'm Mara, and this is Microplanet. The answer is barely, and with enormous cost. Being born a wolverine is a study in how evolution can produce something genuinely impressive by subjecting it to relentless, almost absurd difficulty from the very first day of its life. The first problem starts before birth. Wolverines use a reproductive strategy called delayed implantation. After mating in summer, the fertilized egg doesn't implant in the uterus right away. Instead, it floats in a suspended state for months, waiting. The actual development only begins in late autumn, and only if the mother has accumulated enough fat reserves to survive both the pregnancy and the nursing period through a full subarctic winter. If she hasn't, the pregnancy is simply abandoned. The embryo dissolves. The mother tries again next year. In bad years, entire regional wolverine populations can produce almost no surviving cubs at all. If a cub does make it to birth, the second problem begins immediately. The snow den offers insulation, but no food. The mother nurses the cubs for about 9 weeks while burning through the fat reserves she spent all summer and autumn accumulating. She hunts during this period, but wolverines are not efficient hunters. They are built for endurance and scavenging, not speed, and every calorie she burns foraging is a calorie her cubs don't get. Cubs that are born smallest often don't survive the nursing period. The ones that do emerge from the snow den in spring weighing still less than a kilogram. The third problem is that wolverines have to learn almost everything. Unlike many carnivores that have strong instinctive hunting behaviors, wolverine cubs require extended instruction from the mother to learn how to find food in the specific landscape they're born into. The mother teaches them caching behavior, how to store food in permafrost and snow to retrieve later, which is one of the wolverine's most important survival strategies. She teaches them which prey is worth pursuing and which isn't. This learning period lasts several months, which means the cubs are dependent longer than almost any carnivore of comparable size. And during this period, they face predation from eagles, wolves, and bears, all of which are large enough to take a juvenile wolverine. If a wolverine survives all of this, the uncertain birth, the brutal nursing period, the extended dependency, the gauntlet of predators, it becomes something genuinely remarkable. An adult wolverine has a bite force strong enough to crush frozen bone. It can travel up to 40 kilometers in a single day across deep snow that would exhaust most other animals, using oversized paws that function like natural snowshoes. It has been documented driving grizzly bears off carcasses through sheer aggression. Its fur is hydrophobic and frost-resistant, so resistant to moisture that it was historically used to line the hoods of Arctic parkas. It is capable of surviving temperatures that kill animals twice its size, and it has a geographic range that spans the harshest subarctic environments on the planet, from Canada to Siberia to Scandinavia. But that adult is the result of an elimination process so harsh that most wolverines never reach it. Juvenile mortality rates in wolverine populations are estimated at over 50% in their first year. Of the ones that survive to adulthood, females typically produce only 1 or 2 surviving cubs per year in good conditions. The entire North American wolverine population is estimated at fewer than 30,000 individuals, smaller than the population of many mid-sized towns. Which brings us back to that snow den in northern Canada. The two cubs being born there have maybe a 50% chance of surviving their first year. But the ones that do survive will carry forward a set of adaptations so precisely tuned to the worst possible conditions that they are effectively unkillable by anything short of a bear, a wolf pack, or a rifle. Evolution doesn't make things comfortable, it makes things work.